Hi, Fighting Saints fans. This is Fighting Saints Weekly right here on the Dubuque Fighting Saints YouTube channel. I'm Jordan Coons with you, and we're recapping the last week that the Fighting Saints had, including the game on Wednesday in Green Bay and the back-to-back with the Chicago Steel on Friday and Saturday nights. A quick recap on what happened in terms of the promotional side of things. On Saturday night, it was our celebration of No Shave November. We wore special uniforms during the game that were auctioned off afterwards to benefit the Findlay Health Foundation and the Went Regional Cancer Center. Happy to do that with Unity Point Health Findlay Hospital throughout this entire process, throughout the entire month. I'm still sporting my beard. It'll be gone later today, but the rest of the players had their beards, the staff, and everyone really committed towards making this a good of an event as possible, and we had a lot of fun doing that, as well as making it a success for Unity Point Health Findlay Hospital. As for the week itself, the Fighting Saints did have trouble scoring goals, and it led to what was an 0-3 week. A loss against Green Bay, 3-0, as well as a loss to Chicago back-to-back, 3-1 on Friday, and then 3-0 on Saturday. So work to be done here this upcoming week before the Fighting Saints go on the road in Omaha on Friday, and then return home on Saturday to take on the Waterloo Blackhawks. And two things about that upcoming matchup with the Blackhawks. One, it is our Teddy Bear Toss night, which, along with our media partner, Super Hits 106, after the Fighting Saints score the first goal, throw those bears on the ice, because those will be donated to Toys for Tots. Additionally, we're getting to that part of the season where the Dubuque Cowbell Cup standings will be coming into play. And with the first matchup between the Fighting Saints and the Waterloo Blackhawks, that will come into play. So we're looking forward to that one. We're also looking to see what the Fighting Saints can do against one of the best teams in the in the Western Conference with the Omaha Lancers. So curious to see how that shakes out late night, then come back at it on Saturday against Waterloo. But let's look back at what was this past week for the Fighting Saints. Here are the highlights. The busy stretch for the Fighting Saints continued in Green Bay on Wednesday. In the battle of 1 versus 2 in the Eastern Conference, Green Bay had the upper hand. An early power play opportunity found Captain Sam Saliba open in the slot. He whipped home his 6th of the season, 1-0 Gamblers. They would continue the scoring in the second period with Chris Grando, 5 minutes into the second period out of a scramble for the puck, 2-0 Green Bay. Lastly, it was Nick Paling with a fantastic goal, a shot labeled for the shelf. Green Bay took Wednesday's contest 3-0. Friday began a home-and-home with the Chicago Steel, and it was a triumvirate of firsts for the Fighting Saints to begin Friday's game. Bubba Thompson, better known as Bubba, smashed home a tremendous feed from Joey Keane, his first USHL goal and the first assists for Keane and goaltender Jackson Castor, 1-0 Saints. It would be all Chicago in the goal column after that point. Tanner Lazinski started a rather fantastic weekend for himself, following up a tremendous save by Castor on Brandon Duhaime and roofing the rebound into the net, tie game. Then in the second period, Billy Sweezy took a great feed from Max Zimmer, snapped a shot from the point through traffic and in, 2-1 Steel. Chicago capped the scoring with an empty net tally from Lazinski. Daniel Vladar made 32 saves in the 3-1 win for the Steel. Saturday was the home half of the home-and-home, as the Saints celebrated No Shave November. Both Hunter Miska and Vladar put forth scoreless first periods, but it was the Steel who would break the ice in the second. 2 minutes in, Adam Parcell's shot ticks a stick and finds a way through. 1-0 Steel. In need of a way to keep the game close with the scoring woes well documented at this point, here's the call of the week as Hunter Miska does what he does.
Here's an opportunity, though, for Chicago off a turnover, and Jake Jaremko denied as Miska closed the pass. Back to the point, Astrid to Rakhmatov, plenty of room, cuts in front, shoots one. Oh, and a tremendous save by Hunter Miska. Rakhmatov dangled into the middle, and Miska said, not today.
On a 5-on-3 power play following 2 high sticking calls, Jake Jaremko capitalized with his USHL league-leading 8th power play goal of the season. At the side of the goal here, 2-0 Steel. And it only took 20 seconds into the third period for Cristiano Versic to score again for the visitors. It would be the only goal of the period on the only shot the Steel would fire towards the Dubuque net. 15 Fighting Saints shots would not find twine, as Daniel Vladar put forth a 36-save shutout. 3-0, the final score. Back on Fighting Saints Weekly, I'm Jordan Coons. I'm joined by Bubba Thompson. His real name is Barron. There's a story behind it. We had it a couple weeks ago on a radio show, but we'll get to that maybe at some point. You got your first USHL goal on Friday night, and you had a tremendous leap into the boards to get that done afterwards. You celebrated as only you could. How did that feel to get the first one?
It was a pretty big adrenaline rush. I got a great pass from Joey Keane, and Castor actually gave it to Joey. Joey brought it down the ice and kind of threw it in front of the net and found me, and all I had to do was just tap it in there, and I was going pretty fast, so I don't know, I thought the boards would stop me, and I think they did their job, and that actually kind of hurt my shoulder a little bit, to be honest.
So 3 players get their first on that one. Joey gets his first assist. Jackson gets his first assist, and you get your first goal. Have you ever been a part of anything like that where everyone feels like, oh, my God, this just happened?
I have not, no. I'm just glad that I got Castor and Keane got their first point. I'm pretty happy I got my first goal.
Obviously, it didn't go well this past week. But that said, things continually got better as the week went along. Friday, that empty netter was only a 1-goal result per se, and then Saturday is what it was, a 15-1 out shooting margin in the third period. You feel like things are coming along more than the results dictate?
Yeah, I mean, I think our special teams are doing pretty well. Our 5-on-5 needs a little work, but I think all the boys are starting to building chemistry. We have all set lines, and we're all communicating with all of our line mates and stuff. So we're building a bunch of chemistry. So I think everything's gonna come together here pretty quick.
Is it one of those things that if you didn't go through this, it wouldn't be good?
Yeah, kind of. So people don't know. Oh, there's always highs in life. There's always like, okay, well, we've lost 3 in a row now. I mean, they weren't bad games. I mean, we didn't play bad by any means. The bounces didn't go our way. So I think this is a good learning experience for the boys, and just get past this and ultimately get to our final goal here.
What's your favorite part about being in this league right now?
Favorite part is probably wearing a half shield. I don't know. I just think it's really cool. I've always wanted to wear one ever since I was not this big, and so I think that's pretty cool. And all these fans that are here, there's just a crazy amount of people there. Like the games that I'm used to in Omaha, there'd be 10 people there, and there'd be moms and dads clapping in the stands. So yeah, this is just a bit of a change, just how many people are here and just how crazy the fans are, and I love it.
What do you like most about the atmosphere with the players, even with so many veteran presences here that you've come in here and there's people to support you?
Guy here, he's been here for a couple of years. Keegan Ford, he kind of showed me the ropes when I got here. So Willie Nairn did the same thing, because me and him are kind of, he was in my shoes, or I'm in his shoes. So he was last year. He was a tender here, so he was a 16-year-old in this league last year. So he kind of, me and Willie room on the weekends in the hotels and stuff, and he kind of just like, hey, you should have done this on this play here. You should have done that. You did this well and this not so well. So it's kind of nice having the guy who's been there and done that as a 16-year-old, so he knows like what I'm going through. So that's pretty nice.
Thanks for this, Bubba.
No problem. Thank you.
While in the standings, it wasn't a positive week for the Fighting Saints, dropping the 3 games. Remember in context that it is just a third of the way through the year. And really the balance between the top team in the conference right now as of this recording is Cedar Rapids, as well as the bottom team being Madison at the time of this. There isn't a lot of room between the two. That being said, things are expected to fluctuate, and you really wouldn't have the grasp of a successful season if you didn't run into roadblocks like this. Fighting Saints outshot Chicago in the third period of Saturday's game 15-1. And Chicago scored on that 1 goal. So that said, there's really not much else you can do. The signs are there towards what's coming back for the Dubuque Fighting Saints. That offense didn't exactly disappear, but it's more of a soul-searching, finding process here for this team. It's to be expected, and some good opportunities this weekend to get back on the horse. So the Lancers on Friday, that's on the road. And then, of course, on Saturday against the Waterloo Blackhawks, a chance to rekindle a rivalry with those Blackhawks, and we're curious to see if starting netminder Cale Morris will be in the lineup for the Blackhawks, who is sidelined with an injury that is being termed day-to-day. We're not entirely sure what that is or the severity of it, but we'll see if he ranges back in the lineup. Omaha had a spectacular week this past week. That's what has them at the top of the Western Conference. So 2 tough tests for this Dubuque Fighting Saints team. Crossovers against the Western Conference this weekend. And for the rest of this calendar year, they'll basically be on the road. But of course, the one home game upcoming, rather important, not only on the ice but off it as well. We have our Teddy Bear Toss night along with Super Hits 106. Bring a new stuffed animal to the game, and when the Fighting Saints light that lamp, chuck away. We're looking forward to seeing you do that here at the Mystique Community Ice Center. A 7:05 start for both. You can catch the action on Super Hits 106 if you can't make it, but if you can, which we hope you do, 563-583-6880 is the way to get tickets, or online at DubuqueFightingSaints.com. This has been Fighting Saints Weekly. Jordan Kuhn signing off. We'll see you here on Saturday. And go Saints. Let's get the win.